Hey YouTube family, Auntie is here. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture, and we're busy today. But come on, let's get this hug. We know people need hugs, and we're starting off on a sad note. Actor James Caan, the 82-year-old actor, was known for some of the most iconic roles. Whether he was playing the hot-headed brother Sonny, the hot-headed Corleone brother in The Godfather. Oh, that scene in that gas station. You just knew what was going to happen. Whether he was playing the guy getting away from a crazed Kathy Bates in Misery. Or, I'm going to take you back to the 70s. He was in a movie called Brian's Song with Billy D. Williams. James Caan played the late football player Brian Piccolo, who died of cancer. You talk about a tearjerker. That movie could come on right now. I'd be one of the ones crying. He was in a lot. He was in Elf. He was just in so many good movies and such an iconic actor. But James Caan, dead at the age of 82. I want to tell you about somebody else. Dr. Willy Morrow. You may be saying, Patty, who's that? He was an entrepreneur. He was a barber. He was an author. He was also the man who invented the Afro pick. He also invented the Jerry curl. A man who led a life. He had a media company with radio stations and newspapers, and he just believed in giving back. Dr. Willy Lee Morrow. He passed away this week at the age of 82. Chris Rock, his next movie is coming out this fall, and it's a thriller with Denzel Washington's son, John David Washington, Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, Robert De Niro, Rami Malek. All of these are all together in this thriller entitled Amsterdam, and it comes out in theaters this fall. Now, Thor, Love and Thunder, Chris Hemsworth, in many areas, it's opening tonight, but the official open is Friday, and they're saying it's going to be the #1 box office movie in the country. Jennifer Hudson, the EGOT, is in my neck of the woods. Jennifer Hudson is filming a movie in Philly with Caan entitled Breathe, about people who are forced to live underground because the air quality is so bad. How come something like that could really happen? Because the air quality is just not the best. But she is in town. Viola Davis, have you guys seen the trailer for The Woman King? It's about these female African warriors based on a true story. Comes out September 16th. Not only is Viola Davis starring, she's one of the producers. If you haven't seen the trailer, you got to see it. We women, we feel very empowered with this. Jerry Harris, the reality star. Wait, I was supposed to be at the studio. Just 2 minutes. Jerry Harris, the reality star. He was in that reality show about cheerleaders, and he was this incredible male cheerleader. Well, he got 12 years in jail, child pornography, and other charges. Chris Brown may not have been happy at the start of the week because his new album is not selling like he wanted it to. But Chris Brown has been named the most decorated male singer in the Hot 100 history. He even surpassed Elvis. Chris Brown, good week for him, but that new album is not selling. Eric Holder, he was found guilty of murdering rapper Nipsey Hussle. Is back in 2019. I just will not forget the day that happened. It was on a Sunday, and Nipsey was doing such great work in the community, and to be murdered by this guy, but he was found guilty. Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, he is a sex offender, and wherever he moves, he has to let authorities know, and he didn't. He has been sentenced to a year of house arrest. He's got to pay a $55,000 fine and 3 years probation. So wherever he moves, Nicki's husband has to let them know. Brittany Griner pleading guilty to drug charges. It was in February that she was found with 2 vape cartridges cannabis oil. Some people are like, you know, you ain't supposed to handle drugs. Okay, we know it, but the punishment is not going to fit the crime. She's been in jail since February. She faces 10 years in jail. She stood in front of a judge clutching a photo of her wife. She said, I did not mean to commit a crime. This was not what I intended to do. For those who are like, why was she over in Russia? She was playing basketball in Russia. She would split her time between the States and then in Russia. And she was over there playing ball because, you know, the WNBA players don't really make a lot of money. She was over there for a living, but she pleaded guilty to drug charges. Who broke up with whom? The debate goes on with Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey, and now I'm seeing why Marjorie and Steve sided with Lori. They said it was Michael B. Jordan. He broke up with her, they said, because they weren't on the same mental wave. He's 35, she's 25. They probably didn't have the same interests. I always thought it was a put-together romance. And now I'm seeing why they would throw shade at Michael B. Jordan. Because I'm sure they was like, oh, he's a good guy. You got to marry him. But just because one appears to be a good guy doesn't mean that they're necessarily the one. But I think that's what we're seeing in that instance with Michael B. Jordan, and he was the one doing the dumping. Now he can go and do whatever he wants to do, whatever that is. Leave a comment. Auntie reads the comments. Give us a thumbs up. This is the rushed version because I was supposed to have been out of here. Then James Caan died, and so my work load, and we got a big show coming up because Gladys Knight is in Philadelphia, and I'm hosting the show, and I gotta go and get ready. If you go to my IG at WDAS Patty, I have all the stuff listed. It's going to be a great show tonight. Thanks so much for joining me. Sorry for the rushed edition. Sometimes it's a rushed edition, but I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.